I figured once I saw that, I knew Ryan Garcia's power was just gonna it was too much. It was gonna be too much for Devin Haney, and that's what happened.
Yeah. Before we even dive into the fight, let's talk about Friday, man.
Okay. Friday.
Yes.
Because look,
the big controversy.
This is where the first big moment occurred. But look, my prediction was always Devin Haney, right? Leading up to the fight. Weeks before, I was expecting him to win by UD over Ryan. And I was very confident in that prediction until that Friday, during the weigh-ins. When I woke up, did my thing and then checked Twitter, and I saw that Ryan Garcia missed weight by 3 pounds, 3+ pounds. Mm-hmm. And I was like, when I saw that, I was like, yo, they're trying to, they're just going to play to their advantage. This is strategic. This is tactic. This is planned for them. And ever since that, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm not too sure about my UD win for Devin Haney anymore, because that moment really kind of shifted the, my confidence that I had in my initial prediction.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Ryan Garcia, all he wanted this fight was to get a victory. He just wanted to win, and he was always complaining on that Tank fight that he was dehydrated, that's why he didn't have any power, that's why he couldn't knock out Tank. He says, if it was 140 no rehydration clause, I'd beat him. I this and that. Okay, well, this fight, he said, F the weight cut. I'm coming in with my full strength. He came in 3 pounds heavier, which is a very big difference. I mean, we're going to get into this, how much of an actual advantage 3 pounds plays in such a big fight like that. When I saw that, I thought to myself, because some people were saying, this proves that Ryan Garcia wasn't training. I thought to myself, no, this proves that he wants to not drain himself. He wants to keep his strength that he has, and he's banking on the KO against Devin Haney. And look what happened.
Yeah, 3 pounds is everything. When you're talking about the elite level, like 3 pounds is everything. Plus, those 3 extra pounds, Haney wished he didn't have to lose those. I wish he would have. He would have liked to have came in at 143, kept his strength and whatnot. Because when you look at when you compare the both of them, when they both step on the scale, Ryan looked like he didn't look like he was weight drained. He looked like he still had strength. He looked ferocious. I think he even took a sip of, what was it?
A beer,
or whatever, supposedly.
Yeah.
And then Haney steps onto the scale, and he looks like he's making 135 again. Mm-hmm. Like, he looked really skinny. His eyes were really big. His cheeks were sunken in. 3 pounds is everything, and 3 pounds is all Ryan Garcia needed to become to win this fight.
Also, that was a ceremonial weigh-in. So they had already officially weighed in earlier in the day, which is how the whole Ryan Garcia overweight came out. The news got leaked because of the morning official weigh-ins. That's just a ceremonial. And they're in New York, that they're already like weighing in the evening, right? Like 5, 6 in the evening. And the weigh-ins were in the morning. And Devin Haney still looked dehydrated. And I was, the whole news broke out in the morning about the overweight for Ryan Garcia, and I was like, okay, I'm a little shifty now. I'm a little not as confident. And then when I saw the ceremonial weigh-in, and I still saw how drained Devin Haney was, I thought to myself, I'm like, man, it's late in the day, and he still looks dehydrated. Ryan Garcia looks fresh. He looks like he just hydrated well. I'm not too sure about my prediction anymore, So I was like, going into the fight on Saturday, I was, 50. I was like, not 50-50, but I was like...
You were leaning more, like, you started leaning a little bit towards
Ryan Garcia, yeah. And here's the thing. I wanted Ryan Garcia to win the whole time. I said it in our last podcast episode where I gave my prediction. I wanted him to win. But I just, felt like intellectually you'd have to go for Devin Haney. But, I mean... Seeing what happened on Friday, and that played a huge factor into what I was maybe expecting differently for Saturday.
Yes, because I think a lot of people aren't really understanding this. Like, 3 pounds is everything. I mean, Devin Haney tweeted out today. He tweeted out finally after the fight saying, I'm okay, this and that. Let's get the rematch, but make sure Ryan makes weight. Oh, man. And now people are saying, Devin Haney making excuses over 3 pounds is lame. 3 pounds is everything. Like, this is in this combat sports, like, if Devin Haney didn't have to cut those 3 pounds, do you know how happy he would have been? Do you know how much better he would have felt? It's a very big important role that played into this fight, and I think it was smart cheating by Ryan Garcia.
Is it cheating or is it strategy?
No, I think it's
The art
smart
of
cheating.
war.
No, I think it's the art. It is a type of cheating, honestly, because he didn't even try to make weight. It's not like he was trying to make weight and then he missed. He's like, okay, I'm just too heavy. No, he knew with this team that he was going to come into this fight 3 pounds or a couple of pounds overweight. That's why Haney made that bet with him, because he knew, like the teams were fully aware Ryan Garcia was not going to attempt to make the weight. So they're both weight bullies. But at least Devin Haney made championship weight.
Well, it's because he had the champion obligation to do so. He's
Exactly.
champ, yeah.
So, I mean, but that placed a little more pressure on him, and he had to cut that weight. Ryan Garcia got a little advantage over that, and I think that was a bit smart cheating, honestly.
Plus, we also have to look at it in the grand scheme of things. Both of these guys, especially, let's just take the spotlight on Devin right now. He is a weight bully. What does a weight bully mean? It means he's a guy that walks very much pretty heavy for someone within his weight category. That dude is probably like 180, 190 when he's not training, bro. And having to cut down all the way 140. Yeah, those 3 extra pounds, when you look at it the grand scheme of things, if he has to lose 40 plus, 30 plus pounds, like, yes, 30, the last 3 pounds is definitely going to be everything.
I say he's like walking around 170, 180 the most.
Yeah,
I'm saying 180, dude.
I'd say high 170s, I think.
I've seen a couple pictures.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's a big boy. He's a big boy.
Yeah. I say, I'd be more inclined for 170 if he walks around.
But that's
still
still
a lot.
big.
That's a lot, yeah.
You know, and they're both, I mean, he had to make that weight. Ryan Garcia chose not to make that weight. And I think it played into his, you know.
It was everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole people talking about the 3 pounds that they weren't, anything, but
They're casuals.
yeah,
I mean,
you gotta be crazy if you don't think
you
so.
must not know anything about boxing.
You gotta be crazy.
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest aspects of boxing is the weight class. There's weight categories for a reason.
And then like, especially when you're cutting, and I mean you're Devin Haney, so every single weigh-in that you weigh in, you look absolutely drained, like straight up bones.
Yeah.
Right. And he just, I don't know, man. He had to make that extra cut, because the last pound was always the hardest one. So, I know he was like killing himself to make that 140 pounds. But Ryan, on the other hand, he was like, he was pretty chill,
He was happy.
He was all tweeting out saying like, I look better than how I feel. Oh, I look better than how I look or whatever like that, doing stuff like that. So yeah, for sure. That I do believe that played a factor. But I don't know. Let's dive right into
Let's get into the
Saturday.
fight now. Yeah. But yeah.